Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little different. It involves me talking about money.
Hello, I like money.
All this behind me, all the figurines, all the toys that I'm talking about is how I do eBay. So technically you need to use money. And in this day and age with the high inflation and high interest rate environment, full disclosure, I suck at finance. Going to be blunt with you that I am not so good with how I use my money.
Stop it. Get some help.
Having said that, as I'm on my journey to doing less will be more for me, on social media, you know, that these finance gurus that really are doing an exceptional job, you know, trying to educate each and every one of us Singaporeans when it comes to our finances. And then there's a lot of content to talk about. These finance gurus, this is me not overstepping and telling you that not to listen to them. No. This is not what I'm actually telling you, what I've actually gone through personally. I'm also sharing my thoughts on what these finance gurus are doing. There are like 5 things that I want to talk about. The first is credit cards.
Hey, do you mind paying for this? I don't have any cash.
Sure, I'll just put it on my credit card. I'm never gonna pay it back anyway.
Quite frankly speaking, you've seen them, the gurus, the finance gurus, they every now and then, they will tell you what are the best credit cards. And then they will show off all the credit cards that they own. I'm telling you right now, having too many credit cards is really stupid. Not for the perks. The perks work. The fact that as you use each and every one in their own right is magnificent. You know, the perks, you know, the miles, the cash rebates, all of it. This is not me going in detail which is best for you. What I'm telling you, why you shouldn't have so many in the first place. Because you tend to spend more while you have more credit cards.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
These finance gurus have it inbuilt in them through years of experience. They are psyched in with themselves that they shouldn't spend so much. And of course, the fact that they maybe are sponsored, that one I can't really tell. But I'm telling you right now that as they introduce the cards to you and you apply for them and you use them, you tend as an average consumer, because in Singapore we are a highly consumeristic society, we see what we want, we will buy.
Credit card debt, credit card debt, credit card debt.
So as you have more credit cards, you have more spending limit. So you will spend more as you have more credit cards. So that defeats the purpose of getting the perks in the first place. So if you are one of them who actually get the perks and you are done with the credit card, even if you don't use the credit card, you should cancel them. Some of them have emphasized it, but not so much. I'm going to tell you right now that if you have any credit card idling and you're not used it for many months, please just cancel. Because it has happened to me, you have to pay the yearly finance fees and you can't dispute it. Because you've never spent on it. That's the thing. That's the two sides of the coin. You spend way too much on it,
Card debt.
or you never spend on it and then you still incur loss because of it. And not to say that you shouldn't apply, but be wise with how many credit cards you have. For me, right now I only have 2. One, I'm using the UOB Amex card for my GrabPay. I'm still using GrabPay. I like to accrue the points, and the fact that because kind of okay with using when you spend your money on the hawkers, they still use GrabPay, and then you link it to the UOB Amex card, you still get a little bit of rebate. And of course, the next one will be my Citibank card, which I'm still using everyday driver because the cash rebate, I still love my cash rebate. The next thing is the platforms that they sponsored to tell you to use, and then the perks, and then I don't think they really tell you what's the bad thing about using the platforms. The platforms are all good on its own right. Again, don't get me wrong, none of the platforms have done any harm yet. There are 1 or 2 which is an overseas, so the local ones are still okay. For those that going through the videos, there are some videos that you see have whether they give you the shares, that the amount value is there. To even get that share, something that is outdated. So bear that in mind. Even though these platforms are not scams, they are legit companies, that does not mean it does not go down under, as in like it will not bankrupt or it will not stopped working. Still remember the Lunar Protocol incident? Every investment has its own risk. So you should not blindly follow everything. And there are so many that you should probably be mindful of and do your due diligence and educate yourself before jumping into. Like for the recent coming one, which I think it's a good deal, but I'm not endorsing it, no, I'm sponsored by them. I've also used the referral link to get in, is the Chocolate Finance. I'll take this as an example. Chocolate Finance is not a bank. Not a scam either, but it's not a bank. So if they do go down on or they fee change or they do any interest change or whatever, your money may be locked up and you may not get it out because they are not a bank. They are not insured by the FDIC. Third thing that they've not really talked about is over-leveraging. There are a lot of people like yourself who may be new to investment that may think that, oh, this is a good deal, you should put your money in it and then earn the interest and everything. You should not come at the detriment of your daily life. Meaning, draw all your credit cards that you have on hand and then try and dump everything into it. With the market being very volatile, my advice is do not over leverage. Which brings me to another thing is, you have to pay yourself first. All these gurus with their rightful intention, they're not really stressed that you should actually put money aside for yourself to pay off you owe. Be it your rent, your utilities and everything. You all are savvy people. I'm not going to delve into how you spend your money. But for me, save more than you spend. Don't splurge. Because I'll be honest with you, if you've gone through all the many saving tips, like for instance the 50, 30, 20 rule, will not work at all if you keep splurging. If you've been to Comex and you suddenly brought all your credit cards, Comex, and then you start buying the new chair, the new humidifier, even though you don't really need it right now. You bought the new desk, or the new, I don't know what is that computer, just to upgrade. My advice is buy what you need, pay yourself first, save the rest, don't splurge. Coming from someone who buy toys, I've actually decreased my spending on that. Live within your means. That's what I'm trying to say. And last but not least is upgrading yourself or the side hustles that some of them show. And as you see the gurus, they think it's very easy for them to do. Upgrading yourself and side hustles is painfully slow. Very honest to you, painfully slow. You think it's a get-rich scheme to get rich very quickly, is not the case. For me, when I do all the videos on eBay, I've been on eBay for 20 over years. It's not smooth sailing, does not happen overnight. And I'll be honest, it's usually the case that you will not get interested in it after a while. To sum it up, what I'm trying to get at this video is, the finance gurus, learn from them. Does not mean you have to do what they do. They've come so far because they practice quite a few things, which is frugality. Actually save more than they spend. They grind more than you think they do. Be happy with what you have. And if you need to upgrade, tell yourself why you're upgrading. As an average person, it's not easy. These people, if you look at their attire, look at how they convey themselves, it's unlike me. I'll be very honest. It's if more or less I'm like you, who tend to splurge more or spend more when I see something that's very shiny. I'm learning. It has taken me a good part of my life that I'm going to admit now that you should learn too, because inflation and interest rate is biting us hard in the back and it's not going to go away anytime soon. What prices have gone up will never come down. This comes the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If there's one takeaway from this video that from me to you is, you should probably take it slow. Spend less will be better for you. And if you like this kind of video, do give this video a thumbs up, like this video. Someone who adores the other finance guru, or if you think I'm right, comment down below. And let's have a conversation about it. High inflationary environment and high interest rate environment. I will seek your attention to think about your finances because I am, and through these finance gurus, you should do it too. Take care, everyone. I'll see you around. Bye bye.